And we live, man. Welcome to another episode of the Cold Truth Podcast, where we tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and don't care how you feel about it. I'm your host, Whyteboichris. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. I've been waiting on this game all goddamn year. I've been waiting on this game all year. Everybody had as underdogs, and they got the shit beat out of them. And I don't want to hear nobody running talking about, oh, Trent Williams is gone. That game was over way before that nigga got hurt. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear it. Lamar just came in there and snatched that MVP that y'all just tried to give Brock Purdy. He snatched that motherfucker right out his goddamn hands. I don't want to hear shit about Trent Williams. I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear it. I will say this, though. Y'all better start putting some respect on my boy Lamar name. Y'all better start putting some respect on my boy Lamar name. Everybody want to keep talking about injuries here, injuries there. He been there, done that, man. I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. But if we can get the fandom out, that's the best defense the 49ers have played all year. We just gonna keep it a buck. And Kyle Hamilton is a godsend. That boy is a godsend. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can try to, nah. That boy is him. That nigga is cold. And we can't, shit. I just want to know if the Ravens can keep this up. You know, we all know the saying, you got to beat the man to beat a man. They beat the man, but okay. This next game against the Dolphins is going to be very telling. Very telling. Because I don't even fear the Dolphins in the playoffs for real, for real. If anything, just right now, I don't want to play Cleveland and I don't want to play Buffalo. They're the only two teams I'm worried about. You tell me anybody else that we have to play, I ain't even too much tripping on it. I ain't tripping on it at all. But the thing I love about this whole situation, though, I know I started off with, Lamar snatching it. Man, Lamar don't even give a damn about that MVP. I know we get on here and talk about a lot of players. They be saying stuff and do the action. I don't think he give a damn about that MVP. He trying to get a Super Bowl MVP. He got an MVP in his trophy case. We're trying to get that big. We're trying to get that big one. We're trying to make sure we get that bag. We're trying to get that bag secured, nigga. And see, this is the type of games that I feel like we could have had all year. Because in reality, look at the three games we lost. The Steelers, the Colts, and the Browns. The second time we played them. We beat ourselves in every last one of them games. It wasn't like we got blew out. They was all close games. Shit. They beat themselves. They was in position to win all them games, and they beat themselves. So I really do feel like the Ravens showed that they probably the best team in football right now. Look at how San Fran done whooped these niggas the past couple of weeks. They whooped Dallas, whooped Seattle, like 2 weeks back to back, whooped Philly. They pretty the only team they ain't got to play was the Lions yet. But as far as everybody we talking about is top dog in the NFC, I mean, they done beat them all. Only team they ain't played is the Lions, man. That's the only team they haven't played. I ain't gonna be on here too long, but I just want to make sure I got that off. The Baltimore Ravens are for real. They just had to keep this up. I hope Kyle Hamilton is still healthy. They said that that knee that looked like he injured wasn't too bad, but say man, I think the Ravens just put people on notice. I just hope they don't ride this high and then crash and burn. That's just me. But oh my God, but I'm gonna probably get back onto this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But then again, it's damn near like it wasn't even competitive, bro. And then and see, these are the type of games we need to have too. Lamar ain't had to put on no cape last night. That's what's crazy. He ain't had to put on no cape. He ain't had to play Superman yesterday. That's what I'm proud of. He ain't had to play Superman. Oh, and but yeah, but I'm gonna come back to that later. Uh-oh. But fuck. Well, they letting me do the shit. But we're gonna do just a little word around town. And first things first, the fake love continues. If any of y'all been rocking, since we done started this, y'all know what I'm talking about. But just in case you don't, I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up what I'm talking about. And as I'm pulling this up, for y'all that don't know, I made a video. We went live. I said a clip about Damar Hamlin, especially after what happened to him last year, the hit that took him out, and they had to revive him on the field and everything like that. So now we're getting into the conversation of comeback player of the year. And some new names have been thrown into it, of course. But this is what makes this pretty disgusting. So they have Baker Mayfield. Okay, I give you that. They got Joe Flacco. All right, he was sitting on his couch. But look at the last name on the list. That's leading Damar Hamlin. Those are the odds for DraftKings. Say, man, y'all got to cut this fake shit out. Now it's just getting out of hand. What I had said, if y'all don't know, and I'll probably go get the TikTok and post it in the comments. But I pretty much said that I understand, but niggas acting like they really gave a damn about him before he died on that damn field, man. We all understand the severity of it. We glad that he back and healthy, but y'all need to stop. Y'all are out of pocket for this now. Now y'all are just, again, and y'all tried to come at me in the comments so bad, trying to say, "Oh, look like you the one looking for hype. You the one doing this, yada yada yada." I said, "Okay, say less. Bet." I ain't said not another word or nothing. Man, do y'all not know that this man has played 5 games? He has played 5 games. And y'all want to give him comeback player of the year? And in the 5 games that he's played in, he hadn't done shit. He has 2 tackles. He has done absolutely nothing. And y'all trying to say that he can get comeback player of the year just because he survived? Because that's pretty much what y'all saying. It may sound harsh, but we got to keep it what it is. Yeah, I know Joe Flacco ain't been here that long, but we see what the hell Joe Flacco done. When have we called Damar Hamlin's name during a Buffalo Bills game? We ain't called his name. We ain't called his name. But here go y'all. Boy, y'all crazy as hell, man. If anything, I understand. The game thing don't mean nothing, but he ain't done shit in them games, man. We done been talking, and I don't give a damn about it because Joe Flacco quarterback. We be hearing we hearing safeties getting talked about all the time if they playing good. You get talked about if you're playing good, and you damn sure gonna get talked about if you're playing bad. And he hasn't gotten talked about at all. So why is he even in the discussion for comeback player of the year? That's literally the definition that they finna give him. If he win, they gonna get it because he came back. He's literally just gonna fit the description of comeback because that's all he did. Because he ain't done shit since he done came back. Y'all niggas are fake. For y'all to really think or put him in and he's leading. He leading, man. And I'm going to clip something else. I'm going to post this again. Because this is fake as hell for him to even be leading. I think it's really more disrespect. Baker Mayfield really should be more disrespected than anybody. He been playing the whole season and he third. Them boy, these operators ain't no good. But if they doing it, they got ears to the ground somewhere. I don't think you just gonna throw his name in there for no reason. Them people can't be that stupid. They can go pull up the same stats I can pull up. Shit, probably better. This nigga done played in 5 games and ain't done. Cause y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm lying. If he wins that trophy, it's gonna be a waste of metal. Or whatever the hell they gonna build that motherfucker out of. It's gonna be a complete waste. It should be thrown in a pit of fire. Just because y'all think I'm playing. I'm gonna show y'all all these goddamn donuts. And oh my God. Absolutely. I don't give a damn. But he's a safety. Nope. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear that shit at all. And I'm gonna do this, and we can move on. Niggas will be like, "Oh, you doing this for clout, man? Hell no, y'all boys nasty." But y'all see it. You see all that shit where it ain't got nothing there? It's because he ain't do shit. You see that second one, he ain't got nothing there? It's because he ain't do nothing. The only reason why the second, because he actually finally did something. So that means he was in the mix 2 times. I wish I could see how many snaps he played. Because this right here is disgusting. And anybody that think, come on, man, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. I mean, y'all got to do better. Joe Flacco done played in 4 games. And then did more than what he done did in 5. At least Joe Flacco done threw for over 300 yards in 3 games. This nigga Damar Hamlin can't even get a tackle. You getting paid to tackle. Nah. But I'm done killing him. I ain't even gonna waste too much more time on it. That one just had me hot. I spent more time talking about this nigga than I probably did about my own squad, just because, you know what, at the end of the day. Oh, before I move on, we gonna get off this fake love shit. But somebody need to tell me if somebody had that referee on payroll that tried to ain't no try to that got in my man Lamar way. Y'all ain't finna tell me San Fran knew they was gonna need all the help they could get yesterday. They knew what was going on. They knew they was gonna need all the help they can get. But as far as that, I hope everybody was taking notes. But we're gonna move on. Go ahead and pull up the top 10 list. You know, I think I did pretty decent on this one. I think everybody's where they're supposed to be. Some are a little disappointing just because I would have never expected them to ever get to that point. But it's the NFL, man. Some of this is exactly what it's saying for. Not for long. Sometimes this shit do not last long. So we can go ahead. And I'll probably do the top 10 and maybe cover one or two more games. Like I said, I ain't gonna be on here long. Window. Bam. Ha. So we already knew number one was gonna happen. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. To beat the man or be the man, you got to beat the man. But I'm really not tripping over this list. I understand that we looking at some of these teams got better records, but at one point this was record based, but I am grading niggas on performance right now. Now this is not. I mean, record was a big part of it also, but right now this list is based truly on performance. Everybody in the AFC South got kicked out because everybody lost. That is trying to make the playoffs. So nah, but even though San Fran got their butt whooped, they still 2. I mean, I still feel like they can beat every other team on this list. Same with Miami. Cleveland will probably give Miami a problem, though. Cleveland will probably give Miami a problem. And we know Buffalo, but Buffalo kind of crawling back in, and the Dolphins and already secured that spot. Eagles, I'm kind of confident at 8. I could easily swap them in the Rams if I wanted to. And then the Chiefs, they're just bad. They're not a good team. I mean, everybody is thinking, oh, I'm trusting them because they got Patrick Mahomes. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. I mean, I understand a Raiders team being motivated, but damn. Come on now. This dude didn't do nothing in the second half offensively, and they won the game. And that's another. Why ain't nobody talking about the Chiefs and how bad they been? We've been killing Lamar and Josh Allen, and of course the Cowboys and Tua all year. Ain't nobody saying shit about Pat, and I don't give a damn about them rings. That shit happened last year. Last year. We can't critique niggas on what they doing right now. So I don't know. But like I said, 1, 2, and 3, I'm pretty confident in. The Lions is just looking better than the Cowboys. We gonna find out what they really are, because we love when we got to go head to head. It's gonna tell us everything we need to know. And if Detroit can come into Dallas and win that game, oh man, because we know that it's a different Dallas team when they are at home. But I do think the Lions have a game that can travel. The Lions gonna run that damn ball, bro. If y'all don't think that people ain't been watching the Cowboys the past 2 weeks and how people been running the ball on them, Detroit ain't shying away from running the ball. They gonna run that bitch too. That if you can run the ball, you're gonna run it against the Cowboys. That's the only reason why I feel like they may be a tick better. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like they tight end. I think they kind of match up well with it's just gonna come down to which defense play better. And I feel like the Lions are gonna run the ball. It's gonna be a close game. It ain't. I ain't just so one sided and like beating the table who I think gonna win. But with it being in Dallas, you never know. You never know. So then the Browns, I know it was the Texans, but that boy Joe Flacco was flinging that bitch. And yeah, he had them picks, but guess what? Joe Flacco come from that era where, he was a gunslinger. Sometimes you got to take the bad with the good. I know they be, anybody listening to Shannon Sharp, like, you never accept what you would in a win that you wouldn't, in a win that you would in a loss, or wouldn't in a loss. But shit, that's one of them where you accept it either way. That's one of them type. And Josh Allen like that too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like his shit just be happening at the most inopportune time. I mean, but he one of them quarterbacks. Everybody say they want a gunslinger until they get one. Was like, well, that's part of it. They're going to throw interceptions. I mean, now some of them, of course, miscommunication and stuff like that. But I be trying to tell niggas all the time, anytime we be going back and forth, the stat sheet is not gonna show interception because this nigga ran the wrong route or a tip pass or none of it like that. It ain't gonna show up like that. It's just gonna come up as an INT. In 50 years, ain't nobody gonna remember none of that shit about a tip pass, a tip ball, nothing. Ain't nobody gonna remember that. But the hell? But yeah, like I said, they not gonna remember that, man. They gonna look at who won, who lost, and what was your numbers. Because that's all that matters. That's all people look at. That's all we gonna have to look at. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the order. I think it's one of my better ones so far. They kind of get harder as the season go on. They really do. I mean, some of the top teams is kind of, but then it change every week. But but LA, man, the Rams got a chance, boy. I think the Rams might be a sleeper in the NFC right now. I think they catch a fire at the right time. I know that they ain't got the same defense that we used to seeing. Aaron Donald, of course, is older. He been in the league for a minute now. But say I think the Rams have the Giants and the 49ers as their last two games. I don't see the Rams struggling with the Giants the same way the Eagles just struggled with them boys. I don't think the Rams is gonna struggle with no damn Giants, man. I just don't see it. I mean, I understand teams playing for pride because they already got their vacations planned. But nigga, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And then they gotta finish with the 49ers. Say nigga, the the Rams actually played the 49ers good that first game of the season. They only lost by a touchdown. So, hey man, I mean, look at all the games as far as like, I mean, we can go back. I can go back and look at the games right now that the 49ers have won and lost. And like I said, the Rams, that game was 30-23. And then after that, of course, the Giants, beat them easily. Same with the Cardinals, same with the Cowboys. The Browns, Vikings, and Bengals game, of course, is when they, was going through their injuries. But they come back and beat the Jags 34-3, 27-14 on the Bucks, 31-13 on the Seahawks, 42-19 on the Eagles, 28-16 on the Seahawks again, and then 45-29 before they lost last night. The Rams are the only other team that actually have lost, and it's not been just a complete blowout, like they easily won that game. No, the Rams played them good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Matthew Stafford was hurt when he played in that game. Clearly, he's more healthy now. I think that nigga, and then they didn't have Cooper Kupp. I think him and Puka is like on one right now. And then Kyron Williams, they didn't have him at the beginning of the season. So that's a different piece that they didn't have to worry about. So Rams fuck around and could split that game with them because the Rams is playing for something. So San Fran can't sit their dudes down, especially if they're trying to make sure they keep that number one seed. Because if they lose that game, that does make a difference. Because remember, they lost against the Browns, the Bengals, but then they also lost against the Vikings. So that's a conference loss right there. And then if you lose to the Rams, that's going to be a division loss. So at that point, I think, them, Philly, Dallas would all have one loss in their division as long as Dallas and Philly beat those teams they got to play in week 18. But then they'd have to look at Just the out of conference, head to head, all that coming to the play. And you know they be trying to make that shit confusing. So they just got to be careful to where shit it don't come down to that. So San Fran can't sit nobody down. If they would have won this game, they probably would have had a nice little comfortable lead. But shit, niggas got punched in the mouth, man. 4 interceptions. Hey, we heard Bosa talking shit. We think we gave people the blueprint on the Eagles? Or is that, hey, don't let people start looking at this tape and they got personnel to mimic what Baltimore did to y'all. I know everybody ain't got that ain't got the linebacker core they got, nor that safety, but yeah, dog, 4 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Then got sacked 4 times. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, and hell, it don't even show the quarterback hits right here, but he was getting hit. My boy was getting hit. And yeah, this probably gonna be the last game I go over before we do this Thursday night preview. Of course, the Cowboys and the Dolphins game. Only reason why I was tuning in because well, for one, it was the only thing on, but two, I just wanted the Cowboys to win so that the Ravens, win or lose, could still have, a little cushion for that number 1 seed. And I ain't gonna kill them because it was a close game, but damn, they should have won that game. I don't see a reason why the Cowboys should not have won that game. Outside of there was some questionable calls, but I ain't the type to just go straight to, calls is why we lost the game. There's other stuff you could have easily done. But yeah, Micah got held, bro. Micah got held, bro. But yeah, that shit was wild. Like Micah even made a post with the whole. It was like, whatever I did, I'm sorry. Just release me. Let me go. I'm sorry. So I don't shit, man. I needed Dallas to win that damn game. The one time I root for a Cowboys fan, and I feel now I see how it feels to go through that type of pain. But yeah, and that's crazy because Tyreek had 99 yards, but they kept him at the end zone. But and they really didn't go crazy running the ball on him. So I don't know. I think they both just had a clean game. But I definitely think that Miami's defense was just a little better. They did sack that nigga Dak 4 times. Oh, I must have missed that play. I ain't see. Oh, no, I did see that play. That was yeah. Damn, now that you go back and look at this, that first fumble they lost at the beginning of the game was the whole difference. That was a touchdown that got erased. And maybe it's just me. Did anybody else think that Tony Pollard should have punched in that touchdown when he was running at the goal line? Like, I know he's a smaller back, and I don't know how. I don't know. But I think that's 2 missed opportunities right there where you should have had a touchdown and you got nothing out of it. But I don't know. I hope I'm not getting it mixed up and that there was back-to-back plays, but because man, that was 2 days ago with Christmas Eve. A nigga was a little lit. Memory might be a little faded. But let's see. I'm trying to see which time that was, man. But at the same time, I do think Dallas needs to get like a power back somewhere in this next draft. Somebody that's willing to put their body on the line. Tony Pollard cool, but I don't think he can run every down the way you need him to. Like, I'm not saying that he couldn't, because we know there's running backs his size that have done it, but he ain't got the ability. Or the Cowboys is not scheming that type of stuff up for his skill set. He can't run them. Hell no, he's too small. They need to get something. They need to get like a Kareem Hunt type of build player or something like that. Or well, I can't even say Jamal Williams. He ain't got no juice no more. He went to New Orleans and has been put in purgatory. That dude went from leading in touchdowns last year to ain't doing shit. But besides that, the Cowboys' issues still are glaring. They need some better linebackers to help them stop the run. That's about it. I don't too much think they got. I mean, and offensively, they just need a bigger back, a running back. But other than that, man, shit, I think if they get them two probably taken care of, they can figure some shit out. Yeah, Kareem Hunt, he weighed about 220. I mean, he 5'11", but he got some size to him. I think Tony Pollard is like 205, 210. That's just a little light in the ass. I mean, I ain't saying everybody finna be Derrick Henry, but that nigga's a little light. I'm heavier than that nigga. Hell, they can sign me right now. But yeah, I really think next draft for the Cowboys is gonna be linebacker and running backs. It's gonna be something they're gonna look at, especially depending on where they're gonna sit in the first round. But linebacker, running back, and probably another D tackle, just to give y'all some depth. I think should be the top three positions. And then, if you just so happen to see some linemen that you just really like wherever you at, you can never go wrong with keeping that straight, because we know those come a dime a dozen. And we seen Trent Williams, he's an older player. San Fran ain't got no. They don't have a backup plan. I mean, Trent Williams is old too. Trent Williams been in the league a long time. I think a lot of people forgetting that. A lot of people don't know shit. Trent started in Washington. Y'all remember when Trent got on that boy Richard Sherman and punched him in his shit? But I do think that's the top things for the Cowboys. The Dolphins, though, that's just their brand of football. I didn't think they was going to. I thought they was going to run for a lot more than what they did. But all in all, man, shit, it was a good game. But just for it to end so close, Dallas did hurt me, man. I needed them to get that dub. And this ain't even from no fan. I just needed them to help us. But of course, I should have known better. Well, let me see if there's anything else I just want to touch on before I get up out of here, man. I already talked about that fake love with Damar. Let's see what else we got. I guess we can get into the Thursday night football preview. Well, shit, let me make sure they playing this Thursday. I know they be trying to change shit up at the end of the season. Come on, hold on. Okay, they are playing Thursday. The Jets and the Browns. Didn't Zach Wilson get knocked out of this game? The last game they just played? I mean, I wasn't going to pick him anyway, but Yep, Trevor Siemian came in and played. Yeah, give me the Browns. Oh shit, give me the Browns. I was born that night, but I wasn't born last night, nigga. The Browns may put up another ass whooping on somebody. I heard somebody say, and I know everybody gonna be like, "Oh, the Jets defense, they secondary." I see somebody say they said, "Man, Joe Flacco lived his damn their entire career had to play against Troy Polamalu. He ain't worried about these boys." Hey, yo, that nigga not lying though. Had to see that man twice a year. Ryan Clark, James Harrison. Oh my God. He ain't worried about these niggas, man. That nigga Joe Flacco is not worried about these niggas, nigga. Hell no. All the mother, oh shit. And I ain't even think about that. I just heard them say Troy. That nigga had to see Ryan Clark, God, James Harrison, and all them boys. Hell no. He ain't worried about these niggas, man. That boy gonna be back there cool, calm, and collected. As long as his offensive line do their job. Amari Cooper gonna get that pill again. Watch. He gonna get that pill again. But I guess last thing, defensive player of the year odds. They got Michael Parsons, Myles Garrett, and TJ Watt. And they got Michael Parsons leading. This is all based on I can't see who this is who got these odds, but I think TJ Watt should be number one, man. That dude got 17 sacks. I mean, I think at this point it's almost leaning based like they looking at their team success, but this is an individual player award. TJ Watt got 17 sacks, man. And between all these three, he's leading them in combined tackles, and he's leading in sacks, and he's got a pick. So I don't know. I think he should be first again. That's just me. But they got Michael Parsons in the lead, Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt. I think they got that one wrong. And then the last one that they got as far as the odds, they had oh shit, no, I just saw. And then I'm gonna hop on out of here, man. Oh well, shit, I lost them. But that's cool though. That's straight. But yeah, defensive player of the year, I think right now is going to should go to TJ. Offensive rookie of the year, we're gonna see. I think because CJ done missed so many games. Well, I think CJ missed like 2 games, I think, so far. But the fact that he missing time, I think Puka kind of snatched that rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. Tyreek is probably gonna get offensive player of the year just with what the hell he's doing. That's just crazy. MVP right now, just because I think MVP is like kind of based on more like the story too. I think they probably right now is Lamar, especially since everybody had Brock Purdy as the leading MVP candidate, and you know how quick they switch up. Oh well, he just beat him, so now it's him. So no, I don't think Garrett. I don't know Garrett. I don't know. I think TJ is leading him in is ahead of him in every category. He got more tackles and more sacks. And CJ, yeah, but man, Puka, I think gonna get it. I think Puka gonna get it. And that's a strong argument too. MVP shouldn't go to any quarterback, but I'm just saying, like the quarterback that's leading right now is Lamar. But shit, If I had to pick somebody, if Tyreek get that record, then it should definitely be him. But if he don't get it, then I think it should be C-Mac. But I don't think Garrett should get Defensive Player of the Year. He's not he ain't even leading in everything. He got most because 9 out of 10, we always know that unless you're a cornerback and you got a whole bunch of picks, you know, edge rushers, they all gonna base it on do you got the most stats. And TJ got the most stats. And then on top of that, he's the only good thing on that Pittsburgh Steelers team that's been consistently good. Everything else around here has been trash except him. Like the fact that y'all literally looking at like when we like the fact that we in a time, and I guess you can still say the same thing about Myles Garrett. Them two teams are basically defense first teams. Like it ain't like to me, it ain't too many games that yeah, the Browns better than the Steelers, but I'm not finna use no team record for an individual award. The Browns are better than the Steelers, but I'm not finna use the team's record for an individual award. That's something that should be based strictly on performance. I don't give a damn how bad your team is doing. Nigga, you get 20 plus sacks and your team sucks. I'm not finna use that against you for why you shouldn't get it. Hell no, not I. If you going off and your team just happens to be bad for an individual award, I'm not taking that against you. And I'll say the same thing if somehow Tyreek, if a nigga got shit, a crazy amount of yards on a bad team, I'm not gonna take his team into consideration. Like if he been going off, we can say the same thing about TJ Watt. He's the best player they have. They not far off, but I'm just saying that TJ is leading. He could take it over. He still got time. Because we could really say the same thing about both of these teams. I mean, right now the Browns got a better quarterback. They had to go get a nigga off his sofa, but other than that, they still both are off based off of a defense. But shit, TJ Watt is the best player on that team. How many these niggas on their third? The Steelers on their third quarterback. And they still can't get it right. The Browns said, fuck it, we finna go get a nigga off the couch. And that nigga off the couch is better than any quarterback that Pittsburgh has had start for them this year. The Browns on, I think that's the fourth one they done got. They both have been through QBs, but the nigga that they got off the couch is better than anybody that the Steelers have suited up this year. And they both done had games where they done put up a bunch of offensive numbers and, the defense still did their job. I mean, I can say the Browns offense has won more games because the Browns offense has won them more games than their defense now that they got a better quarterback. But with Pittsburgh, I mean, but you can, besides this last game, when they were just going absolutely insane finally, I just feel like a lot more of their games have been run off of their defense just based off of what I've seen. Because if their defense can't stop nobody, then they're going to lose. Because them niggas can't put up points. With the Browns now, the Flacco gonna fling that ball, bro. Like if the Browns have an off game, I think he could play them to a win because that defense, that offense is actually built good for him. They run play action, and he got a number one target in Amari Cooper. And this is something else that ain't nobody talking about. I know we falling into the awe of Joe Flacco old ass, coming back and doing what he doing. But when we gonna have a conversation that this nigga is playing better than Deshaun Watson and y'all paid this nigga all that damn money? Everybody don't nobody ever want to bring that. Don't nobody never want to bring up the real when it needs to be brought up. But why the hell are we not talking about that Joe Flacco has been playing better in the 4 games that he's been there than the nigga y'all just paid all that money to? Like, do they look in the mirror and think that they made a mistake? They could put, nigga, let Joe Flacco get them to the playoffs and make that first game a close game or shit. Hell, he could win it. What if he wins that game? What is Cleveland thinking if Joe Flacco wins that game? As bad as Deshaun was playing, bro. So I just don't understand. I don't know why. See, that's why I don't too much care watching ESPN and all that stuff, because there ain't nobody talking about this shit, man. I ain't seen nobody talk about this shit. Don't nobody want to talk about Deshaun Watson just because of what he did. Man, fuck that shit. I am talking about that nigga. And I'm talking about Cleveland because it seems like they just will never get it together. Hell, they, in my mind, they was in the but shit, they ain't got no damn picks, no way. I don't even think they got a first round pick next year. Let me see. Just want to see where it stands right now. John's back in top 5 after loss. Okay, so let's see what the order is. Yep, they ain't even got no first round pick. The Texans got their pick again. Joe Flacco finna have a job next year. Joe Flacco's finna be Cleveland's backup. Watch. That's crazy. That is crazy. This finna be going into year 3, and you gave up all that. Well, now I take shit. This the end. This was year 3, because that first, damn, boy, that must be the life. That must be the life. Yep, so the Browns ain't even got no first round pick because it goes to the Texans from that trade that they still eating off of. So the Texans going to have 2 first round picks next year. Right now they sitting at 27, and their other one is, let's see, where's their other pick? They at 27. Where in the fuck is their other pick? Oh, it goes to the Cardinals, so they would be at 16. Okay. Well, damn. Okay, yeah, so they only got 1 pick. The other one is going to the Cardinals. Probably got to do with that, no, can't have to do with that DeAndre Hopkins trade. They gave away pennies from him. Who did they get from the Texans? I don't know. It ain't that damn important. It really ain't that damn important. But I guess I done touched on everything I need to touch on, man. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, that's all I got to touch on. Shout out to my Ravens, man, for getting that W. I know we had a lot of Cowboys fans happy that we did it, but we didn't do it for y'all. We did it to let y'all know to beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. But real talk though, this San Fran got who left? I already said the Rams, and I feel like they got a scrub they got to go against this next game. Because I was right, they claimed the Commanders. Oh man. So boy, you crazy. You need to stop the cap. You need to stop the cap. You need to cut it out. You need to cut it out. See, that's what y'all be trying to do. A game where Lamar ain't got to put his cape on. Y'all be trying to talk crazy. Kyle Hamilton was on that same defense that the Rams hung 30 points on us on. Stop. Lamar went off that game. Cut it out. Stop reaching. Stop reaching. My nigga cold, but we ain't doing that. Okay, so we gonna blame that on him? Get your ass out the way, man. So we blaming that on Lamar now. We supposed to look. So you telling me that the quarterback's supposed to look for the ref and make sure that he ain't there before he move? You supposed to have the whole field. He's in there trying to buy time, but it's his fault the ref in the goddamn way. See that? That's why I can't deal with y'all niggas, man. That's why I can't deal with y'all niggas. He's running backwards, buying time. Niggas, stop acting like he's the only one that does that when they trying to buy time. You reaching. You are reaching. They run back, do a little curl. Shit. Hey, it better be glad this nigga throws for 2 touchdowns, accounts for almost 300 yards of offense, and he gets bailed out. I need to know what your definition of bailed out is. I really do. Because this nigga throws for 250 yards, throws for 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, don't fumble the ball, has almost 300 yards of total offense by himself. By himself. But he got bailed out. So Lamar plays a clean game and he gets bailed out. I don't understand that. And I don't give a damn about no 4 interceptions. So what, we supposed to blame these? We supposed to take that away because niggas finally want to do their job? Damn, niggas really want to kill somebody because he beat somebody ass that y'all got whooped by. Let's have that conversation. You trying to find everything to belittle what the hell he did, and y'all got y'all ass whooped by him. So you know what? I don't even give a damn about all this bullshit you trying to spit. These goddamn 4 intersections, him being shaky and all this like that, and all this and yada yada yada. Man, these niggas beat y'all ass, but y'all want to keep telling me y'all better, got better this, got better that. Talking about he was shaky, man. You need to stop the cap. I don't give a damn about the shaky as hell before the turnovers, man. Them niggas got beat the hell up in all facets of the game. Offense beat their ass and the defense beat their ass. They lucky they got gifted them 2 points on that damn safety. Trying to take everything away from this nigga. And then you gonna try to sit there and tell me that I bet you think Dak better. Nigga got his ass whooped by these niggas, man. Niggas showed y'all how to beat these niggas, man. These niggas showed y'all how to beat these niggas. Man, Lamar defense ain't saved him. That shit would have happened regardless, nigga. It would have happened regardless. Even if the defense played bad, the offense was still good against them boys. Come on now. You need to stop reaching. It wasn't nothing that defense could do against them boys. Wasn't nothing they could do. I hope you watched the game because the defense couldn't do nothing against them. You take away them interceptions, they still, man, come on now. You give them only 2 interceptions, they still gonna lose that game. The nigga Brock Purdy ain't know what to do. Them boys was on his ass. That nigga played a game he ain't had to put his cape on. That's what he did. He played a game he ain't had to be Superman. He played a game where his team he had a complete team win. Hey man, you could talk about before the turnover started, but last time I checked, the whole game was 60 minutes. Not just that shit you trying to pinpoint. I don't give a damn about all that. I don't give a damn about none of what you talking about. Before they went and got that empty calorie ass touchdown, them boys had a 20-point lead on these dudes. And you trying to pinpoint and nitpick niggas getting carried. Act like this nigga had a bad game. Somebody play a game, they ain't gotta play Superman or be a superhero, and now we saying they get carried. Since when we do that? When we start doing that? We ain't do that when Dak was beating these bums and was winning the same way. Defense was doing that. We ain't say Dak was getting carried. We ain't say that he was getting saved. We ain't say that shit. So because it wasn't an MVP performance and it's a comfortable, I don't understand some of y'all. Like, we have to sit here and remember that this is not basketball. This is an actual team game. He doesn't have to have he doesn't have an MVP performance and still won the way he did. I don't understand why we take that away from people. That don't make no sense. That makes 0 sense. And then, like, because the other side of the ball played good, now, they saved him. They could have did half of what they did, and it still would have been and they still probably would have won comfortably, man. Lamar he ain't had to work hard last night. Hell, and you know what? Y'all can say what y'all want to. I'm glad you want to call it what you want to. I'm glad he got carried because he been carrying these niggas for years, man. My nigga back hurt. I'm not pushing the MVP agenda. I was off of that. I just said right now, if it go to a quarterback, he would get it. Who else you gonna give it to? Because clearly they not, but we all know how this shit go. It 9 out of 10 they gonna give it to a QB. You know 9 out of 10 they gonna give it to a QB. If we had to pick a QB right now, it's Lamar. Ain't nobody trying to be slick with the shit, nigga. That's just what it is. You're not going to give it to Purdy after that. You're not going to give it to Dak because of the teams he lost to. Mahomes is looking like shit. Hurts been looking like shit. Niggas be trying to push their agenda for Josh Allen, but I don't see that happening. Like that, it ain't hard. As far as quarterbacks, that's who it's going to. Now, if he loses to a skills player, hey man, I ain't gonna be mad at it. But if they end up giving it to a quarterback, that's who it should go to. I ain't gotta be slick about this shit, man. Slightly above me. Boy, y'all boys kill me, man. Let's see. 230, boy. This nigga had almost 300 yards. If Lamar or any other QB win MVP, that trophy worth. that nigga ain't shit. Oh man. Yeah, I mean Lamar, his only thing that I could say would just really like keep him from that is just his touchdown numbers down. He ain't got as many touchdowns just because he normally would be in double digit rushing touchdowns any other year, but since he ain't running it as much, I think he only got like 6 or something like that. 5, 6, something like that. Because if he had double digit, he'd be at 27 total touchdowns, and that would have put him like 2 behind Purdy, or no, maybe I don't think they said Purdy had 29 or something before last night, or 30. I can't remember. But it wouldn't have been too far, in the total touchdown. But like I said, that's the only thing I think is just kind of the only thing that I've been hearing, people say is that just his total touchdown is just a little low. But shit, I don't know. But that's all I got for tonight, man. It's another episode of the Cold True Podcast. I'm your host, Whyteboichris, and until next time, man.